the same old seat by the window light. Steam curls up in the morning quiet. No one's asking, but I'm still here, stirring thoughts I don't let near. And the spoon keeps spinning, but the silence won't lie. Every sip remembers the tear I didn't cry. The coffee knows already what I won't say out loud. It tastes the truth inside me without a single sound. I smile like nothing's heavy, but it's brewing deep somehow. The coffee knows already, and it's watching me right now. There's a book I bring but never read, a name in text I don't delete. Chairs still echo things we said, but I pretend they're gone instead. And the clock keeps ticking, though the moments rewind. You left your silence like a poem I couldn't find. The coffee knows already what I won't say out loud. It tastes the truth inside me without a single sound. I smile like nothing's heavy, but it's brewing deep somehow. The coffee knows already, and it's watching me right now. Maybe one day I'll speak, maybe never to you. But this cafe deceit, this cup, they know what's true. The coffee knows already, even in this quiet crowd. It sees the storm I carry, though I never make a sound. I laugh like I'm still steady, but I'm breaking slow somehow. The coffee knows already, I think it always knew. You used to sit right over there. Your laughter still hangs in the air. No one's touched that chair since you, but somehow it still feels like two. The sunlight hits that spot just right, and I still glance at it sometimes. It's funny how an empty place can hold a voice I can't replace. Echoes left on the chair, like your goodbye walks in like nothing's wrong, orders coffee, hums a song. But I see through her gentle eyes. There's a storm she tries to hide. The corners of her lips may lift, but her silence holds a gift. Pages folded in her mind, she leaves the truth between the lines. There are letters behind the smile, stories tucked away in style, things she never said aloud, but they're written without sound. Every grin a hidden file. There are letters behind the smile. The world says she's doing fine, but healing's never in a straight line. She laughs to keep the questions low, but her heart still writes in shadow. No envelope, no postage due, but the weight still feels like truth. Each polite "I'm okay" she sends is a letter she'll never end. There are letters behind the smile, stories tucked away in style, things she never said aloud, but they're written without sound. Every grin a hidden file. There are letters behind the smile. No one's meant to read what she had so carefully, but if you listen close you'll find she's been writing this whole time. There are letters behind the smile, they've been there all the while. No ink, no name, no shout, just feelings sketched in doubt. Her silence says it with such style. Those letters behind the smile. She sat with hands around her cup, steam rising but hope cooling up. Clock kept ticking on the wall, but his steps never came at all. The barista changed the song, but the melody still felt wrong. Every door that opened wide wasn't him, no matter how she tried. When he didn't show up, time moved, but she stayed stuck in a moment meant to pass. She held on like shattered glass. The cafe stayed the same, but everything had changed when he didn't show up. She checked her phone just in case. No message, not even a trace. tried to sip, but it turned cold. Loneliness never grows old. She smiled at strangers walking by, but her laugh had learned to lie. Even sunshine through the pain felt too bright for that kind of pain. When he didn't show up, time moved, but she stayed stuck in a moment meant to pass. She held on like shattered glass. The cafe stayed the same, but everything had changed when he didn't show up. And maybe he forgot the hour, or maybe he just changed his mind. But she's been there ever since, in that window seat of time. But when he didn't show up, her world slowed, then gave up. There were no goodbyes to trace, just a silence in his place. Still the coffee warms her hands, while her heart fails to stand. On the day he didn't show up. She wrote it down instead of speaking, afraid her voice might start leaking. Just a line, nothing too long, but every letter felt like a song. No envelope, no brave goodbye, just ink that almost touched the sky. She left it next to her empty cup. Folded words, quietly given up. Words folded in napkins, left behind with her footprints. Tiny truths she couldn't say, so she wrote and walked away. In a world too loud to listen, she found silence in confession. Words folded in napkins, still waiting to be read today. The waiter cleared it without a reading, tossed away what she was needing. Sometimes heartbreak looks so plain, you'd never know it spelled a name. No one saw her final line, but it still echoes back in time. It wasn't much, it wasn't grand, just a truth she wrote by hand. Words folded in napkins, even if it went unheard. Words folded in napkins still hold the weight of it. Not everything's meant to stay. Some things don't fade away. If you find one on your table, read it slow. If you're able, it might say what she meant to say on the day she walked.
She didn't say goodbye out loud, just stood still beneath the crowd. Her hand let go, her steps moved on, but something in her gaze stayed long. Like a page not fully turned, or a lesson never learned. The light had changed, the door was near, but her eyes whispered, I'm still here.
Didn't flinch, she didn't cry, just blinked once and let it lie. But I felt something pulling tight, like she left part of her that night, like she said it all without a sound, like goodbye didn't need a noun. The chair was empty, cup was dry, but her gaze still haunted mine. Oh, her eyes stayed longer than her footprints did. They asked the questions she always hid. The moment passed, but the meaning remained, like love in stillness, or joy in pain. Some glances don't fade, they echo like waves in corners of cafes and in songs we replay. Her eyes stayed longer than ours prepared. She's not wet, but it's still raining through the window. she's painting 1,000 drops that trace her face, though no one's there to take his place. The coffee's warm, but she feels cold. The stories in her eyes unfold. No tears fall, but they still show what no one ever asked to know. Rain on the window glass tells me more than she ever has. She looks outside but stays inside. The thunder's quiet in her eyes. No umbrella, no need to pass. She's safe, but breaking slow like glass. She's not crying, but she could. If someone asked, she maybe would. But silence holds her better now than promises that broke their vow. The world walks by and never sees the way she drowns behind the scenes. No puddles here, no soaking hair, but there's a flood she doesn't share. Rain on the window glass tells me more than she ever had. She looks outside but stays inside. The thunder's quiet in her eyes. No umbrella, no need to pass. She's safe, but breaking slow like glass. Sometimes the rain reveals it all, without a word, without a fall. And I just watch her disappear through drops that make her so clear. Rain on the window glass still plays the song. She looked once across the room, eyes like summer gone too soon. Just a flicker, not a stare, but I swear her soul was there. It wasn't long, it wasn't loud, but it cut through every crowd. A moment framed, then subtle fire, then vanished like an old desire. It was a glance she never returned, a spark too brief, but it burned, left me chasing shadows and signs in quiet corners of my mind. She what she forgot. Some eyes are books you can't reread. They close too quick, they plan to see. And I've been growing quiet hope in places love can never come. It was a glance
I don't expect anything but the quiet left. Table for one again, like a line that never ends. I raise my cup to the empty space, still saving you, your favorite place. And maybe love outgrew this song, but I'll keep sitting all alone at our table for one again. I talked like no one heard, just filled the air with scattered words. But she never looked away, never tried to shape what I should say. No questions, no advice, just silence warm as candlelight. She never pressed to know the end, but somehow she let me mend. She listened without asking, no judgment, no masking. She held my story in her eyes, like rain held softly in the skies. She didn't need a reason why, she just let my echoes lie. She listened without asking why. She knew the weight I tried to hide, but let me carry it with pride. No fixing hands, no well-meant plans, just presence strong, second chance. She didn't rush, she didn't stare, she let the silence fill the air. And in that pause I found release, like broken thoughts were finding peace. She listened without asking, no judgment, no masking. She held my story in her eyes, like rain held softly in the skies. She didn't need a reason why, she just let my echoes lie. She listened without asking why. Some hearts don't need to speak, they heal with what they keep. And she became my quiet song, the place I needed all along. She listened without asking, no need to keep on masking. She let me be who I had been, without needing to begin again. And now I know why
slammed doors, no shattered dreams. You just stopped calling my name, and I kept pretending it felt the same. No last words, no final page, just silence growing in its cage. And every echo I still hear is a ghost that won't disappear. Still waiting for closure, like a song that fades too soon. I'm stuck in the middle of a love that left no room. No goodbye, no full stop line, just spaces lost in borrowed time. Still waiting for closure that never came. Your mug's still in the second drawer, the key you left is by the door. I walk like I know how to move, but I'm circling around your proof. Friends ask less, I lie more sweet, as if your silence made me complete. But there's a pause in every day where I hear the words you didn't say. Still waiting for closure, like a note left half unread. I'm tracing the margins of a book you never said. No reason, no sharp goodbye, just a quiet endless why. Still waiting for closure that never came. Maybe you thought no harm was done. Just walk away, just come undone. But not all endings leave a line. Some just live inside the mind. Still waiting for closure, with my hand still holding air, like trying to hug a memory that was never really there. I'm not broken, just in between of what we were and what you mean. Still waiting for closure I'll never get. We sat side by side, no words exchanged, just coffee steaming window pane. You glanced at me, I looked away, but somehow everything was said that day. No letters written, no vows to speak, but in the silence our hearts would peak, like verses hiding in the air. Between the lines we knew they were
understood. Not every story needs a name. Some just whisper through the rain, and some connections never fade, even if no word was ever made. Unwritten, but always understood, like a poem carved in neighborhood wood. In our quiet, we wrote a song that lives where unfinished things belong. You didn't say it, but I always knew the silence still remembers you. Unwritten, but always understood. The room is dark, but not too still. A vinyl spins against my will. I moved on, or that's what I say, but this melody makes me stay. Every chord brings back your eyes, each verse a wave I can't deny. I hit next, but then retreat to that last song on repeat. It's the last song I should hear, but I play it through every tear. Soft guitar and words so sweet, like you whispering from that seat. I try to change, I try to sleep, but I need the last song on repeat. This cafe knows what I conceal, a smile I wear that's not quite real. I laugh, I sip, I fake the day, but one song always finds its way. I act like you're a distant sound, but when the night comes crashing down, I search through old tracks and defeat just to find the last song on repeat. It's the last song I should hear, but I breathe it in year after year. Every lyric, soft and fleet, still carries your heartbeat. I try to heal, I try to leave, but I land in the last song on repeat. Maybe one day I'll let it fade and stop dancing with the ghost we made, but not tonight, not just yet. You're the note I can't forget. It's the last song I should leave, but it plays with every breath I breathe. A love that's gone, incomplete still, echoing in bittersweet. I press replay amid defeat and live in the last song on repeat. I found the book we used to read, dog-eared lines and memories. Your laughter's faded in the ink, but my heart still stops to think. You were a chapter strong and bright, now just a shadow in the light. Flipping forward, it's not the same. The pages turn without your name. No footnotes left, no final page, no goodbye line to mark the stage. Just silence where your words once came, and pages turn without your name. I read alone, I read in shame, still wondering who's to blame. A coffee stain, a scribbled quote, a song you hummed, a line you wrote. I thought you'd stay until the end, but your storyline took a bend. Now I'm the one who holds the pen, still writing what ifs now and then. But this tale won't ever reclaim the pages turn without your name. You whip a log, no twist of fate, just empty lines I decorate. 1,000 words but none the same, since pages turn without your name. I read alone, I call in vain. Through every line I feel the strain. You were the arc, the heart, the spark, but stories dim when it gets dark. And though I keep the cover close, you're gone from every prose. No chapter break, no last refrain, just turning leaves in quiet pain. You disappeared but left the flame still burning where I'd write your name. I move along, it's not a game. These pages turn without your name. It's still there on the window seat, a silver face, no ticking beat. His watch unwound, left behind, like the moment he changed his mind. I dust around it every day, but never dared to throw away. What once kept time now just stays still, a silent echo of his will. He left his watch here, but not his words, not Ian. Silence I deserve, no goodbye note, no final line, just frozen time that once was mine. He walked away, I stayed unclear, but he left his watch here. The last time that he sat
was all he gave. Before he walked away so brave, he left his watch here and took the day, but left the nights to drift my way. No ticking now, no chime, no year, just me and time he left right here. He's gone ahead, made that clear, but still he left his watch heart full of dread. Blue ticks blink, then turn to gray, but your silence had more to say. I watched the hours, then the days fade in echoes, drift away. Still no answer, just the air, thick with words you didn't share. All the things she never replied to, still stuck in my box too. Every "Are you okay?" and "Do you miss me?" floated out, but drowned too quickly. Typing dots that disappeared. Still I hope that she'd care, but those things she never replied to. The place where things were once unsaid, now full of gaps and half goodbyes. No closure, just question marks and sighs. Do unread hearts still break the same when silence starts to speak my name? Was I too late or just too near to what she didn't want to hear? All the things she never replied to are the ones I now cry through. Every thinking of you and "Are we fine?" left unread like crossed out lines. I kept trying, you just knew you'd be gone before I could undo those things you never replied to. Maybe silence was her reply, a quiet way to say goodbye. Still I wish she'd left a word, something loud enough to be heard. All the things she never replied to became my songs I now sing through. Every pause, each unseen sign became the beat I walk behind. It was more than what she said, it was the space she left instead, and the things she never replied to. your silhouette is gone tonight. No shadow dancing in the light. I used to feel you in this room, your laughter echoing too soon. Now every fold and every seam just reminds me of the dream. Curtains don't close the same, not since you stopped saying my name. They fall like memories, soft and white, but they can't hide the space you left inside. Still I pull them down each night, wishing you'd walk back through the light. But curtains don't close the same without you. Coffee stains on a windowsill, the air feels quiet, time stands still. I keep pretending it's just a phase, but mornings don't forget your ways. Your book's still stacked, your tea gone cold. The things we touch now just feel old. Even sunlight knows to miss the way you close the blinds with a kiss. Curtains don't close the same, they whisper pieces of your name. They move but never really fall, just like I never moved on at all. Still I stand night after night, hoping you'd come turn off the light. But curtains don't close the same, not tonight. You once said windows hold the sky, now they just hold the questions why. And every time I shut the day, I wish I didn't let you fade away. Curtains don't close the same, they know you're gone, they hold the blame. Each fold remembers where you stood, in the place you said goodbye for good. I close them slow, I close them deep, but they can't cover where I weep. 'Cause curtains don't close the same. Since you're not here to frame the flame.
Same cafe, same old view, window framed in shades of blue. I walked in like I used to do, but something different colored the room. There she sat with your hand in hers, smiling soft like I once were. I froze, I stayed, but didn't speak, my silence louder than the creek. Someone else took my seat, where we used to laugh, now she feels your heat. The corner that held our sweetest hours now holds a stranger and fading flowers. And I don't belong in this scene, but I still
took my seat. She doesn't know how you take your tea, or the songs you'd hum so quietly. She doesn't see the cracks you hide, but she gets the you I once called mine. I tried to smile and walked away, but ghosts don't fade in light of day. That cushion knew the shape I curled. Now it's part of someone else's world. Someone else took my seat, where we shared silence so bittersweet. The echo of us still clings to air. The love moved on like no one's there. I pretend that I'm complete, but I still walk these same old streets, 'cause someone else took my seat. It's not the chair, it's not the place, it's how it knew the shape of grace, and how it kept our secrets